What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jello the Casual Card Gamer, and today we're going to be looking at a deck that has been very close and near and dear to my heart for a very long time. It is Oracle Think Tank. This is a V Premium deck, and it is Susanoo, and that's basically all that has to be known about the deck before we get into the deck profile, so let's get straight into it. So, first things first, of course, we have our starter, Whiteness Rabbit. So, when rode upon, draw a card. If you go second, then you get a quick shield. Very simple, very easy. And moving into the grade 3s, we have 4 copies of our main boy, Supreme Heavenly Battle Deity, Susanoo. So his first ability is when he's placed on Vanguard, you can look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose one, reveal it, put it on top of your deck, and put the other on the bottom. Susanoo's other effect is, once per turn, you can counterblast 1, soul blast 1, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, add them to your hand, and activate any trigger effects of the cards that you reveal. And that's really fun because you basically get a twin drive before you even attack. And if you do reveal any triggers, then they activate anyway. So that's really nice, unless of course you heal and you have less damage than your opponent, then nothing really happens. But if you do have a grade 3 in your soul, when you activate the ability, instead of revealing 2 cards, you reveal 3. So that's really fun. And of course, you know, drawing minimum one for your turn draw, 3 for Susanoo's ability, and then another 2 for your twin drive attack. 6 cards per turn is pretty good. So yeah, next we have 3 copies of Goddess of the Sun Amaterasu. Now this is probably the most expensive card in the deck, and I only have 3 copies for that reason. I know that they aren't that expensive right now. I think they're teetering like anywhere in the $5 to $10 range, but her ability is when she's revealed from your deck by a card ability, you can bind the top card of your deck and your Vanguard gets +10 and a crit until end of turn. So basically, she is a crit trigger on reveal. And her second ability from Vanguard or Rearguard, when she attacks, you can discard a card, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 normal unit into your hand, and then put the other 2 back on top of your deck in any order. And yeah, it's really good because you do proc the reveals. So if you do get another copy of the Goddess of the Sun Amaterasu, or even one of the grade 2s that we have in the deck, then things still get to activate. So that's really nice. And I do recommend running 4 of her just because she is really good, but 3 is okay too, at least from the way that I've been playing the deck. 3 is kind of more than enough just because you deck out so fast in this deck. And yeah, moving on to the third grade 3, sorry. Well, technically still second. We have the other form of Amaterasu, the CEO Amaterasu. So her ability is from Vanguard, once per turn, you can counterblast 1, draw a card, look at the top card of your deck, and you can put it on top or the bottom, depends on what you like. And the second ability is from Vanguard or Rearguard. Every time that you look at your deck due to an effect during your turn, she gets plus 5k. So she's a scaling attack with all of the revealing and searching and looking at the top deck. She does get relatively sizable. I won't say gigantic because she doesn't get gigantic by herself, but she still is at a pretty good number when she does swing, and that's kind of the only reason that she's in here. And yeah, that is it for the grade 3s. I can't wait for the new grade 3 to come out, the new Miko. I cannot remember her name. I think it's Tsukumiori. So once the clan collections come out and I get my hands on all the support for it, then I'll be doing a post-clan collection deck profile of this deck. But for now, that is what we have for the grade 3s. Moving on to the grade 2s, we play 4 copies of Goddess of Running Water Ichikashima. So her ability is from deck when revealed, basically the same thing as Goddess of the Sun, except that instead of giving +10 and a crit, she only gives +10. And her other ability is when she's placed on Rearguard, you can look at the top card of your deck, put it on top or the bottom, and then reveal the top card of your deck. And if you reveal a normal unit, she gets plus 10k. So she becomes a 19k attacker if there is no trigger on top of your deck when you reveal it. Next, we have 4 copies of Diviner Kuroi Kozuchi. His ability is from Vanguard or Rearguard. Once per turn, you can Soul Blast 1 and discard a card from your hand. Reveal the top card of your deck and put it into your hand. Activate all trigger effects of the revealed card. And if you revealed a normal unit, he gets plus 6k. So he becomes a 15k attacker for the turn. And that is pretty nice too, just because it does let you reveal more and more. Next, we have 4 copies of Battle Sister Choquette. So her ability is Vanguard or Rearguard. When she's placed on either of those circles, you can Soul Blast 1. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal a grade 3, put it on top of your deck, and then put the other 4 cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. And she gets plus 5k for the turn, so she becomes a 14k attacker. And one of the main reasons why she's in here is, again, just to reveal, so we're able to proc Goddess of Running Water or Goddess of the Sun a lot easier. And yeah, that is it for the grade 2s. Once the new stuff comes out, I cannot completely remember the ability of the grade 2, but I do know that the grade 1 still does have some applications outside of being Tsukuyomi support. So we're going to be tinkering with that once it comes around. My local, sadly, does have a shipment delay from their distributors, so I'm going to have to wait maybe a couple more weeks before I get all my stuff. But once I do, I'll be going over as much as I can, at least for the decks that I have in V Premium that I'm looking to upgrade. So moving on to the grade 1s, we play 4 copies of Divine Sword Amemo Murakumo. So his ability is, during your turn, if cards were revealed from your deck, he gets plus 5k, and grade 3 search on ride or on call. And then you discard a card after if you got any grade 3s. That is it. Next, we have Battle Sister Kasata. So one of the units that will benefit a lot from having Tsukumiori is Kasata, because we basically add 4 more copies, 4 more trigger chances into the deck, because when she is revealed during a drive check or in your trigger zone, she counts as a trigger. So once per turn, when your drive check reveals a trigger unit, you may have this unit gain 10k until the end of turn, so she becomes an 18k booster. It's nice to bamboozle people with the power up, and it's fun. And last grade 1 that we run is 4 copies of Terminator Baby or Oracle Guardian Gemini. So if you have 3 or more damage, and this is on your rear guard, you can put it into the soul and countercharge 1. Now I do want to try playing around with having Tetramagus, just because she does guarantee a crit and she kind of slows down the decking out of Susanoo, but there's just so much counterblast in the deck and I still need to tinker around. My only option right now is maybe replacing the Choquettes, just because I have a lot of grade 3 attackers already, and it's kind of just like a one-time use kind of thing. So that is it for all of our normal units. And moving into the triggers, we have 7 crits and 5 draws. Now, I still run draws in the deck because I like to live on the edge, but it is also to, of course, for perfect guard, as well as just having a little more card advantage when I'm trying to guard or trying to refill my field, because retiring and locking and all that stuff is it exists. So yeah, of course we have 4 heals, and that is it for this deck profile, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I am very, very, very excited to get into the clan collection stuff, because not only am I going to be upgrading this deck, but I'll also be doing Dimension Police for sure, Shadow Paladins for sure, Royal Paladins, maybe Nova Grapplers for sure. And yeah, there's just so much that I can do. Nubatama as well. I do have a deck just gathering dust in the corner, so I'm excited to put all of those together. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed, make sure that you hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed already, make sure that you subscribe. Tell your friends if you think that they'll enjoy what we got going on the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. I am Jello the Casual Card Gamer. Take care.